with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Molly Samora. Now here at home, residents across our region are about celebrating 4th of July with friends and family. Now our Kristen Allen takes us around Erie County to see what people did yesterday to enjoy.
Erie is out and about celebrating Independence Day. We started off the holiday at Waldemere.
Well, last year was a tragedy. This year we started out very slow.
Owner and CEO Paul Nelson has seen over 70 Independence Days at the theme park. He says numbers for park attendance this 4th of July seem to be down from years past, but he's happy to see so many people back enjoying the park.
People enjoy Waldemere because we've been a traditional family park, and that's very, very important to us.
Absolutely. Yep, we used to come to Waldemere as a child. Now we're bringing our grandkids.
Chris and Lisa Keck say it's the tradition of this place that keeps them coming back.
It's been here, what, 125 years, you said?
Yeah.
Hopefully they can bring their kids and their grandkids, you know?
From the theme park to the ballpark. It's the first time since 2012 the Erie Seawolves are playing a home game on the 4th of July.
This is just awesome to have the community come out and support this team. Like I said, first place club right now. They're playing good ball, and they like seeing fans in the seats.
Hundreds turned up to UPMC Park to celebrate the U.S., freedom, and our military. Service members like Scarlett Sinetta.
There's so many people all over the world, and here, even in our small town of Erie, there are military members here.
She says July 4th is a great reminder of the freedom so many died for. But we should keep celebrating our country all year round.
I think it's just important to remember our roots and where we started, and just to remember those freedoms that we were blessed to have, and we should be carrying those out still to this day.
Now police are investigating a weekend homicide in the city of Meadville. It happened at a residence in the 300 block of Walnut Street. Officers were called to an area for a report of shots fired around 3:10 a.m. Saturday. Erie News Now crews found a heavy police presence in the area early Saturday morning. Anyone with information is asked to call Meadville City Police Department at 814-724-6100. And a man who shot and killed a Wendy's manager in Edinburgh last year will spend the rest of his life in prison. It took a jury just 1 hour on Friday to find Marquise Lampley guilty of second-degree murder. He killed 22-year-old Alex Kavanagh during an attempted robbery of the Edinburgh Wendy's in January of 2020. Lampley represented himself during the trial. Lampley will be sentenced next month, but Pennsylvania law mandates a sentence of life without parole for second-degree murder. And former governor and Erie native Tom Ridge is thanking the community for its support as he recovers from a stroke. Ridge released a statement on Friday, thanking the doctors and nurses who have helped him over the last 2 weeks. He says he doesn't know if he'll have a long-term disability, but he's inspired by the people who has worked with over the years through the National Organization of Disability. To read his full statement, you can find that on our website, erienewsnow.com. And while we are well into full summer mode, that forbidden S word will be here before we know it. And if you're planning to get your child vaccinated before the start of the school year, do you still have time? While schools in Pennsylvania are not requiring students as of now to get vaccinated for the school year, if you'd want to get your child 12 to 17 vaccinated, you can, but you want to act on it now. That's what Erie News Now contributor Dr. Becky Dawson tells us is the most important part. The Pfizer vaccine is given in 2 doses spaced 3 weeks apart. And after the second dose, it takes 2 weeks until someone is considered fully vaccinated. According to the CDC, as of June 24th, only 1 in 5 children ages 12 to 15 were fully vaccinated. Dr. Dawson says what parents should be aware of.
If your child is fully vaccinated and they are exposed to someone who has COVID-19, even as a close contact, they are not required to quarantine at all. So I think that that's a huge advantage as we want to think to getting back to school consistently, getting back to our extracurriculars, and also for parents that need their kids to be in school so that they can go to work.
And right now, the Pfizer vaccine is approved for children 12 and older. But Dr. Dawson hopes by Thanksgiving, kids 5 and older will be able to get that vaccine. And Waldemere Park in Waterworld was busy this weekend with visitors lining up to ride their favorite attractions. This is the first major holiday the park employed extra police and other securities in hopes of keeping people safe. They say the added measures have done their job, and it's not a guarantee they'll go away.
We are experimenting tomorrow, and if we see the same results as today, you'll know one thing. If we see a different results tomorrow, then there'll be a different process here in the park.
And Waldemar tells us they're experimenting with charging admission. They haven't decided if they'll continue ticket prices for the rest of the season. And it was a busy day at Presque State Park as the 4th of July holiday brought people of all ages to the beach. Thousands of visitors took the stand, bike trails, and lake water as people enjoyed the sunshine. Park officials have expected large crowds all weekend as people spend time outdoors with family and friends. They've also added additional lifeguards to ensure safety remains safe while everyone was swimming. And we want to bring in our David Walter now. Looks like another pretty good day for the beach.
Yeah, we're already at 80 degrees right now. We're just a little bit past 10 o'clock. Yeah, the trail to Presque Isle may be filled with enough cars as folks are heading out there this afternoon. A lot of folks off, looking at a good way to stay cool. Now you have, you have the Waldemar Park and Water World to cool down as well. So we have those nice options out there. Been noticing the speedboats, some of the sailboats out there along our bayfront. Of course, this is looking from Oliver's Rooftop, a restaurant at the Hampton Inn and Suites. A little bit of a breeze out there, but we're not going to deal with any sort of gusty winds for today. Temperatures getting into the middle 80s during the afternoon. By this evening, we'll have mainly clear skies. Weather impact index at a 0, and out there on the water today you can see those winds are fairly light overall. Waves on the order of about 1 to 2 feet, so that is it. The water was quite choppy on a Saturday as many folks were enjoying the day. Temperatures right now are in the upper 70s, right at 80 degrees in Erie. A little bit cooler back there towards Bradford, but already above that 70-degree mark in Bradford as well as Jamestown. Futurecast will bring us a little bit of cloud cover out there this afternoon, just some high clouds, really full of sunshine for today. And as we get into the night, still remaining relatively warm overall. Then on Tuesday, we noticed some more showers beginning to show up. Now, if we see anything today, could be into the mountains. Tomorrow, we get a couple more of those isolated showers out there, maybe a quick downpour as we get into the afternoon hours. Then on Wednesday, our rain chances start to pick up a little bit more. System will close in on the area. All right, for today, we are expecting those temperatures to get all the way close to 90 degrees in a few spots. You can see 86, 87, 88 degrees. We'll have partly cloudy skies. Make sure you're safe in the sun and stay hydrated as well. Temperatures middle and upper 80s. Crawford and Warren County for you today. We'll talk more about the extended outlook, those rain chances, and get a look at this coming weekend. That's in just a moment. Molly?
Thanks, David. And lots of people were out on the water this weekend, but imagine wanting to go boating only to find your boat rental place was completely booked. That was the case for Hidden Harbor Water Rentals. They were happy for a busy weekend, but say people should remain vigilant while out on the water. Our Elspeth Miser has that story.
Sunday's weather was perfect for getting out on the water and enjoying the 4th of July weekend. Hidden Harbor Water Rentals say they were thrilled with the amount of people who decided to take their boats out on the water. While they're thrilled for the business, that does mean more boats being out on the water at one time. They offered some tips before you hit the water. Before anyone can take a boat out, they first must watch a safety video, unless they have a boat license.
It's really important to remain safe and aware of your surroundings. Don't drink and drive the boats. That's very important.
And not everyone can rent a boat. There's a few qualifications you first must meet.
So at Hidden Harbor Water Rentals, you have to be 25 with a valid driver's license to rent the pontoons. You don't have to have a boater's license. What they do is watch a boater's safety course, and they get their temporary certificate, and we go through all the safety. We show them how to run the pontoons, how everything works.
Once you're out on the water, it should be smooth sailing, unless there's an accident or a water emergency. Experts at Hidden Harbor say if you do have an emergency, not to panic.
Yeah, if there's an emergency, you should definitely have a plan in place and remain calm. That's very important because you don't want to cause panic among your family, your friends, whoever's on board with you. Grab a life jacket just in case if the boat were to go down or anything. You want to make sure that everyone has a life jacket, it's fitted properly, that kids on board are safe.
So far this summer, Hidden Harbor says they've seen about half their customers be first-time drivers and the other half be experienced drivers. Elspeth Meisner, Erie News Now.
And David, if people are looking to go out boating this week, how's the weather going to be looking for them?
Yeah, it's still extra hot out there. Temperatures into the 80s. You can see storm chances picking up a little bit more. Obviously, that is a hazard if you're on land or on water, especially out there on water because you're kind of just out in the open. So you got to be mindful of that. As we get to Wednesday and Thursday, that's when our storm chances pick up a little bit more. Partly cloudy. Slightly cooler on Friday, but boy, we're in the heats as we head into the weekend. Could be later on Saturday that we start to see some of those showers develop, and then into a Sunday as well. So we certainly have those wet periods coming up. We've been in a bit more of an active pattern as of late, but really the next few days fairly dry and almost 90 degrees.
Thanks, David, and thanks for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Our next news is coming up at noon on WSCE and 12:30 on WICU. Make it a great day.